My beloved child, type Amen and embrace your new confidence. Come and drink deeply from the river of my grace. It flows endlessly, never running dry, never ceasing, never failing. Like a mighty river carving through mountains, like a gentle stream bringing life to barren lands, my grace is always moving, always reaching, always renewing. It does not stop, it does not withhold, and it is never exhausted. It overflows from my heart to yours, offering love, mercy, and new beginnings. Before you even knew my name, I had already set the waters of my grace in motion for you. I saw your thirst, I heard the cries of your weary soul, and I opened the floodgates of my mercy so that you would never be without my love. This grace is not something you have to earn or strive for. It is my gift to you, freely given, poured out without restraint. Come, my child, step into the waters of my grace and be refreshed. The world will drain you. Trials will leave you parched. The burdens of life will weigh upon your shoulders like the scorching sun upon desert sands. But here in my presence there is no lack, no emptiness, no thirst that cannot be satisfied. When the heat of life's trials scorches your spirit, my grace is the cool, life-giving water that revives you. When the weight of regret presses down like a barren wilderness, my grace pours out like rain upon dry ground, bringing new life. When you feel empty, lost, or unworthy, remember this: my grace does not depend on your strength, your goodness, or your perfection. It flows freely because I love you. I am the source of living water, the fountain that never runs dry. My grace is not a stagnant pool, it is a mighty river, full of life, ever flowing, ever moving, ever reaching. It moves through the valleys of sorrow, over the cliffs of despair, and into the hearts of the broken. No place is too dry, no soul is too withered, that my grace cannot bring renewal. Come closer, my child, feel the mist of my mercy upon your face. Let the coolness of my love wash over you. You do not have to strive, you do not have to earn this gift, simply receive it. The world may tell you that love must be conditional, that forgiveness must be deserved, but I tell you this: my grace is a gift, freely given, overflowing without measure. Like a waterfall crashing over jagged rocks, my grace covers your wounds and makes you whole. It does not trickle, it floods. It does not hesitate, it pours. It does not diminish, it overflows. No sin is too great, no past is too broken, no heart is too shattered for my grace to reach. When you feel weak, come and rest by the riverbank. Let the sound of my voice be like the gentle rushing of water over smooth stones. Let my spirit carry you as the current carries fallen leaves, effortlessly gliding toward the deeper places of my presence. Do not be afraid of the depths, my child, for the deeper you go in my grace, the more you will find my peace. Do not fear the rapids ahead. Life may feel like a raging river, pulling you through seasons of uncertainty, but I am with you in every current, guiding you through every turn. When the waves crash, I am your anchor. When the river bends and you cannot see what lies ahead, trust in me, for I have already gone before you. You were never meant to walk in spiritual drought. You were not created to wander in barren lands, searching for fulfillment that the world cannot give. Everything your soul longs for is found in me. Come, drink, and be filled. Let the river of my grace flood your heart with joy. Let it wash away every doubt, every fear, every burden you have carried. My beloved, do not keep this grace to yourself. Just as the river does not hoard its waters but spreads life wherever it flows, so must you carry my grace into the lives of others. The world is full of dry and weary souls searching for something to quench their thirst. Be my vessel, be the reflection of my mercy, be the stream that flows from my heart to those who need it most. Speak words that refresh the weary. Offer forgiveness as freely as I have forgiven you. Love without condition, expecting nothing in return. Give grace, even when it is undeserved, for that is how I have loved you. Do not be afraid to go where I lead you, even if it seems unknown. Like a river that carves new paths through the land, I will guide you into new places, into new seasons, into a deeper understanding of my love. You do not have to fear the unknown, for I am with you in every ripple, every wave, every drop. One day, you will stand at the edge of the greatest river, the river of eternity, flowing from my throne, clear as crystal, filling my kingdom with everlasting life. On that day, every pain, every sorrow, every tear will be washed away forever. You will drink deeply, and you will never thirst again. But until that day, stay near the waters of my grace. Do not wander into the deserts of self-reliance. Do not let the world convince you that you must earn what I have already freely given. Come and drink. Immerse yourself in my presence. Let my love flow through you like a never-ending stream. And my beloved, go forth and be a river of grace to the world. Where there is hurt, bring healing. Where there is bitterness, bring forgiveness. Where there is despair, bring hope. Let my love pour through you until every life you touch is refreshed by the waters of my mercy. Come, stand at the water's edge. Can you hear it? The gentle murmur of the stream as it winds its way through valleys and meadows, the roar of the waterfall as it crashes upon the rocks below, the steady rhythm of the river as it carves new paths through the land. This is my grace, ever flowing, ever moving, ever reaching. Before the foundations of the world, I set these waters in motion, knowing that one day you would come searching for them. I saw the thirst in your soul before you ever knew my name. I watched as the world left you parched, as life's burdens drained your strength, as sin and sorrow left you wandering in a desert of regret. But I tell you this, my beloved, you were never meant to wither in the wilderness. You were never meant to live on empty. Come and drink. My grace is not a trickle, not a drop, not a fleeting mist that vanishes in the heat of the day. It is a mighty river, wide and deep, overflowing with life. It does not ask if you are worthy. It does not hesitate at your past. It does not demand that you prove yourself. It simply flows because I love you. Do you see how the river moves effortlessly, finding its way through the hardest of landscapes? So does my grace. It flows over your failures, smoothing them like stones in the current. It carves through the barriers you thought were unbreakable. It reaches places you believed were too far gone. No rock is too heavy, no canyon too deep, no wasteland too barren that my grace cannot fill with life. Let it wash over you now. Let it rush into every hidden place within you, into the doubts that whisper, I am not enough. Let it flood into the wounds you carry, the hurts you hide, the fears that keep you from stepping fully into my love. Let my grace soften what is hardened, cleanse what is stained, and bring peace where there is unrest. You do not have to fight against the current. You only need to surrender. The river knows its path. It does not fear the twists and turns, for it trusts that I have shaped its course. So too must you trust me. When the way ahead seems uncertain, know that I am guiding you. When the waters seem deep, know that I will carry you. When the rapids rise and the journey feels overwhelming, hold fast to me, for I will never let you go. The world will tell you that grace must be earned, that love comes with conditions, that forgiveness must be measured. But I am not like the world. My love is relentless, my mercy unshakable, my grace boundless. It is not given sparingly, nor is it reserved for the righteous alone. It is for the weary traveler, the broken-hearted wanderer, the one who has lost their way. It is for you. Do you see how the river gives life wherever it flows? The trees that grow along its banks, their roots reaching deep into the soil, drawing nourishment from its waters. The birds that rest in its shade, the flowers that bloom beside it, the land that is made fertile by its presence. So it is with my grace. When you remain in me, when you allow my love to sustain you, you will flourish. Your soul will be like a tree planted by the water, unshaken by the storms, bearing fruit in every season. But my beloved, do not keep this grace to yourself. The river does not flow for its own sake. It moves, it stretches, it reaches out to fill the empty spaces. So must you. Let my grace overflow from your life into the lives of others. Be a stream of kindness in a world of cruelty. Be a waterfall of mercy in a world of judgment. Be a river of hope in a land that is dry and weary. Speak words that refresh. Offer love that heals. Pour out forgiveness as freely as I have forgiven you. Let my grace shape the way you live, the way you love, the way you see those around you. Do not wait for them to deserve it, just as I have never waited for you. One day, my child, you will stand at the shores of a river greater than any you have ever known, the river that flows from my throne, clear as crystal, shimmering with the light of eternity. On that day, you will drink deeply and never thirst again. Every sorrow will be washed away. Every tear will be wiped from your eyes. Every burden will be lifted, and you will stand in the fullness of my presence, whole and complete. But until that day, remain near my waters. I am your river of grace, your endless fountain, your source of life. Come and drink, and let my love fill you to overflowing.